Good afternoon, everybody. We want to extend a warm welcome to everyone for joining us this afternoon for our 2021 Winter Social. I'm Patrick Rubel, your outgoing 2020 president of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors. It says on my script that I have an opportunity to give some brief remarks, which is always challenging because I'm rarely brief, but I'll try to be brief. And this is not a year that one can be, quite obviously. It was an incredible year. I think it was a year that none of us expected. Yet I will tell you that I think it was probably, it was a great year. And I believe that as an association, we thrived, we grew, we were calm in a storm. And I think we've set a course for the association that will serve us well in the future. And while I can talk about everything that we did last year, and I don't think I need to reiterate that because we all lived through it, what I will do, and this is more important to me, is I want to thank some people for making a year that could have been so hard, easy, a learning experience, a growth experience, rewarding, and I'm very grateful for all of that. But I want to start out by thanking the staff of SPAR, from John to Tracy to Kara, all the way down to the people that answer the phones at the front desk. They were phenomenal this last year. They were faced with some situations that no one was prepared for. And I think with the leadership that we have at SPAR, we were able to continue to provide for our members, which is what we're here for. In a way that they could continue to do their business, which is what we want them to do. And we did it pretty much without missing a beat. So thank you to John, thank you to Tracy and to Kara and everyone else within the team at SPAR. You are phenomenal. You make us look so good, and we thank you for that. I also want to thank Tracy and Mark. This is where it gets difficult for me. You guys are rock solid stars. You kept me on my toes. You made me think differently in some respects. I learned from that. I grew from that, and I appreciate that. And I know that moving forward with Brianne Lawrence joining the leadership team, that we have a bright future ahead of us. I think that you guys will be phenomenal moving forward, and I'm looking forward to watching it from a distance, obviously, but you guys are great, and I'm so appreciative of that. And I can't go without thanking the person that I followed, which is Patty Jo Fitzpatrick. She was always there for me. She listened, she gave good advice, and remember that for all the people moving forward. So I thank you, Patty Jo, for that. I have to thank my folks here at the office, from Matt Baker, Brian Bollier, and especially Tina Angel. She was so supportive of me this year, and it was a rough year for her. So thank you, Tina, for everything that you've provided for me, the support, the pushing me outside my comfort zone. I know I'm going to forget somebody, but if I don't say thank you to my partner, Todd, couldn't have done it without him. He was supportive. He's still supportive. He pushes me too to be a better person. So I want to thank him for all of his support this last year. So with that, that's as brief as I can be, but I will say that we're going to move on. And it's my great pleasure to introduce another past president, Mike Olson. Mike's going to install the newly elected officers and the president of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors for 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. So I am Mike Olson, and as is tradition with inauguration is that we get an old person to step forward and install the new officers. And I was texting with Keith Holm today, letting him know that I officially have entered the realm of being an older realtor and available to step forward and do these kind of things. So it's kind of exciting. I was president in 1998, several decades ago. And so this is exciting, and to be able to do it on a Zoom call is even more memorable. So appreciate this opportunity. So I am going to say it's my great pleasure to install the newly elected officers and directors. And I'd like to call forward the elected officers and directors of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors. So Mark Mason, you could unmute yourself, President-elect. Brianne Lawrence, Treasurer. And then our new directors, Diana Allen, Patty Jo Fitzpatrick, and Jennifer Livingston. Jennifer, way to get on there right at the last second, too. As newly elected officers and directors of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors, do you promise to fulfill the duties of the office to which you've been elected to the best of your ability and judgment? Promise to follow and enforce the code of ethics of the National Association of Realtors, the bylaws of the association, and to support the Commerce Department in its enforcement of license law. Promise to be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and endeavor to promote the objectives of the association for the good of the membership and those that you serve. If you so subscribe, say I do.
I do.
I do.
You may lower your hand. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I proclaim each of you is installed as officers and directors of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors. Congratulations, and we're proud of you. That is the new Zoom clap, isn't it? I saw it on TV. So now to the installation of Tracy Baglio as our president. And this is an honor, and actually I was on our call with our market center and doing our team meeting today, and I told him I get goosebumps when I think about how special and how important this is. For all of us at Keller Williams Premier Realty, it's an honor to have one of our own go on to serve as president. And I hope it's something that every office out there strives to take their turn in the leadership. There's nothing more important than giving back to a community that we receive so much from. And everybody needs to step forward at the time that's right for them. And we are honored and blessed that Tracy has stepped forward now, that Carl has agreed to allow us to have her service for the next year. You know, that her kids, you know, Anthony and Allie are supportive of that, but her whole community, and we always need to remember that it takes, you know, a village to do this, and all the volunteers and everybody that just simply when Tracy calls, stands up and says, what do you need? What can I do? And how much do you need from me? And someday we'll do that in person. And until then, you know, we'll do it in calls like this, but we appreciate that leadership. Patrick, you've been amazing. So thank you for your leadership. As I said, you are the first president that's ever shut our office down. So great job. You know, that's something that most people won't be able to say that. So you've got a memory that you can cherish forever.
Thank you, Mike.
So, yeah, you're welcome. Tracy, if you would raise your right hand, now that I remember I'm supposed to say that. As a newly elected president of the St. Paul Association of Realtors, do you promise to fulfill the duties of the office to which you've been elected to the best of your ability and judgment? Promise to follow and enforce the code of ethics of the National Association of Realtors, the bylaws of the association, to support the Commerce Department in its enforcement of license law. Promise to be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and endeavor to promote the objectives of the association for the good of the membership and those you serve. If you so subscribe, say I do.
I do.
You may lower your hand. By the virtue of authority conferred upon me, I proclaim and install you as the 2021 president of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you,
And
everyone.
Carl, you may step forward into the screen now and place the 2021 president's pin on your bride.
All right.
All righty, here it goes.
Okay. If she says, "Oh, we've got trouble,"
Yeah.
There we
your
go.
magnetic one, no, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the 111th president of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors, Tracy Baglio.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank everyone for the honor and the privilege to serve as the 2021 president of the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors. I am looking forward to a successful year, and with the combined talents and gifts of our team, talented team, I'm sure that it will be. Well, this is a significant professional achievement. It is also a personal one for me. I was born in St. Paul and spent most of my childhood there. I have many cherished memories of that time in my life with my family and friends and my extended family too. I would love to have had them here today along with our colleagues, but of course with COVID, we can't do that. So we have to Zoom and pivot and it'll be okay. I am grateful for the endless support and of our parents who helped us in a million ways while we were building our business. Mostly they were helping with our children, watch them while we built our business and served our clients. Thank you to our children, Allison and Anthony. They grew up enduring a lot of time in the office. They helped with collating and copying and creating, and many times they were our assistants. They spent a lot more time than they wanted to there, as they would tell you, but thank you to them. I want to thank my sisters, my sister-in-laws, and my niece, and my treasured neighborhood family who were always there if we needed help to take care of the kids while we delivered a purchase agreement or showing or an offer. Most importantly, I want to thank Carl, my ever supportive and understanding husband and partner in life and business. Initially, I was the only realtor in the family. You cheered me on and you helped me in 1,000 ways, every way possible to build this business. Eventually, you joined me in the business, and it has been a true blessing to work together. Throughout my career, one thing has remained the same. I have loved this business since the day I started, more than 34 years ago. Every day I feel blessed to work in a business that's about making people's dreams come true. There have been many changes over the years. When I started, we received our MLS books every other week at the office. We would rush in to get our new books and see all the new listings and make sure our clients were in there. And we would copy and paste those into market analysis or showings to serve our clients. And the day I got a pager was a really big day. Now our clients could reach us at any time. I had that thing on my hip and I was so proud to be accessible. The next big thing that happened was cell phones. I got a cell phone and they were as big as our shoe. And I really mean as big as a shoe. And they had a retractable antenna on them. And mine was installed in my car with surround sound with wires under the carpet that led to a big black box in the car. Once I had my cell phone and my pager and my phone, and now I was ready to start my career. I began at the Maplewood office, a large Maplewood office that was crowded and it was fun. I was in the bullpen and it was noisy. And I remember begging to get out of the bullpen and get my office, but I had to earn it. And I did. Once I had the office, the cell phone, the pager, and the office, I really thought I had arrived. Back in those days, we presented all of our offers in person. And many times we were presenting them right in the seller's home. We had to wait in the living room while the listing agent presented the offers. And many times we were sitting next to the agent we were competing with in multiple offers. It was kind of awkward. We usually had small talk, didn't discuss the offer. Some of those agents became my dear friends. The last part of this story is that offers were not accepted until they were fully delivered in person. We didn't have any email or anything like that back then or that we could use. So we would deliver up until midnight to the doors of the buyer or the seller so they could have faith in knowing that their offer had been fully accepted and could sleep well. Much has changed and evolved over the years, and with every change, we thought the world's coming to an end for the business of real estate. And in every case, we adapted, we pivoted, and we found that things actually improved for us and for our clients as well. Amid this changing world, one thing that has not changed is relationships. People still do business with people they know and trust and know to have their best interests at heart. Near and dear to my heart is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Fair housing has been a part of our business and education for as long as I can recall. The Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee here at SPAR has done great work in developing the Owning Up exhibit, the supporting the Rondo neighborhood, and mapping prejudice. Last year, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act at NAR in Washington, D.C. Nothing has had greater impact. With all that, nothing's had greater impact than the killing of George Floyd. Out of great crisis comes great opportunity and progress for all. Fair housing, diversity, and inclusion is embedded into our 3-year strategic plan. We are committed to recognize and understand the changing face of our communities and our membership so that our leadership reflects who we really are. I'm really proud of our 3-year strategic plan. Everybody worked hard on that this year. In advocacy, SPAR will be recognized as the voice for private property rights and ownership, and will take a lead role in promoting the policies and collaboration to address the issues that impact the quality of life in our service area. In community engagement, through robust community outreach, SPAR will be highly valued as a credible source for information and a proponent of inclusive communities through strategic investment and partnership. In professional development, SPAR will be the members' premier source of quality business services, training, and professional and leadership development opportunities. In communication, we are committed to strengthening our realtor reach and influence through targeted strategic communications, marketing, and effective storytelling. I am honored to be part of a group of leaders who have led this outstanding organization. Thank you for your support, encouragement, and belief in me. Just to name a few: Bob Clark, my neighbor, my friend, and an agent in my community. Thank you for nominating me to be a director and set me on this path both times. Mon Hun, the great connector. Thank you for encouraging me to get back involved. So happy I ran into you that day at the YPN registration table. Mike Olson, thank you for your support and encouragement as my broker, my friend, and here at SPAR. I really think you were just trying to get me to stop leaning on your door so you and Lynn could get some work done. And it worked. Lynn Bacher, how lucky am I to have a dear friend and mentor like you. Jim Ryder, you never stopped encouraging me to throw my hat in the ring and back in the ring and back in the ring. Patty Jo Fitzpatrick, you are the gift that came with serving at SPAR. Thank you for your ever-present support and encouragement and wise advice. This past year as president-elect, I had the pleasure of serving with SPAR's 2020 President Patrick Rubel. He is, as John Bridlington said, a president with an asterisk or of distinction. Patrick has been an excellent leader and mentor. He has expertly led the way and showed the way in this most challenging year with heart and discernment. I'm gonna cry. During one of our most critical meetings this year, Patrick made the bold move to have SPAR donate $25,000 and to ask the Charitable Foundation to match that so that we could fully support and be full partners with the RRC, or the Realtors Rebuilding Community Work Group. That way we were full partners with Minneapolis and to help in their mission of supporting and helping businesses rebuild the community after the civil unrest this summer. I almost think he was born for this position at that time. Thank you, my dear friend. Okay, thanks to the rest of this year's why did I cry over Patrick? I should be crying at Carl, right? Thank you to the rest of this year's executive committee: Patty Jo Fitzpatrick, Brianne Lawrence, Mark Mason, Diana Allen, and Alex Gleason. Thank you to the finance committee: Mark Mason, financer extraordinaire, Brianne Lawrence, Tina Angel, and Mike Hunstead. You were all called upon much more often this year and had to make many important and urgent decisions and learn to pivot and Zoom, and you were amazing. I'm looking forward to serving to working with the newest members, Lou Tao of the Executive Committee and Enrique Ramos of the Finance Committee. Thank you to the board of directors and the many chairs and vice chairs and committee members of our vital committees. I know that you all put in a lot of extra time and effort also. Thank you to our CEO and CFO, Tracy Douglas, and CFO Kara Mauer, for your excellent and professional guidance and support. Where would we be without you two? I want to say thank you to the entire staff at SPAR. You are an outstanding, talented, and dedicated group. I thank you for all the things you do, both large and small, every day for our members. Lastly, thank you to John Bridlington, our CEO, an invaluable asset. He has vast knowledge, experience, and guidance, and he has set us on a path for success to handle whatever comes our way, and pretty much everything did this year. We are so fortunate and grateful for your leadership and experience and dedication to SPAR. I'm very proud of our association and all that we have accomplished in this most challenging year, and I'm looking forward with excitement to the year ahead. Thank you.
All right.
We have the honor of recognizing some outstanding members and presenting 5 special awards. I'd like to invite Cindy Allen to recognize the 2020 Affiliate of the Year.
Okay, thank you, Tracy. Our first award today is the Affiliate of the Year Award. This award is created to recognize the commitment and dedication of our affiliate members. This recipient has showed dedication to her business, professional growth, and involvement in SPAR in numerous ways. A regular presence at SPAR over the years, this individual has been an invaluable resource to many members who seek her expertise about home warranties. She joined the affiliate committee in 2011 and became active in the Realtor Charitable Foundation in 2016, adding the foundation's distribution work group in 2020. She's often one of the first faces new members see as she welcomes attendees to new member orientation and is committed to SPAR's events, as well as participating in activities with some of SPAR's member offices. Starting in 2021, she again will be engaging members as one of the affiliate members who presents at SPAR's new real estate fundamentals program. Outside of her passion for her profession and real estate industry, she enjoys spending free time with her family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the 2020 of the Year Award recipient, Shelley Johnson. And next, Brianne will recognize the 2020 Rising Star Award recipients.
Thank you, Cindy. I have the honor of presenting the 2020 Rising Star Award today. This award is presented to association members who demonstrate excellence and are on the rise of the real estate industry. Recipients have shown advanced leadership skills and are involved in the association groups and committees. A dynamic duo, these 2 individuals are being recognized as a rising star of SPAR. Colleagues within their real estate brokerage say that they bring their energy, creative ideas, and positivity to all they do, whether they're co-leading a SPAR member event or promoting a program or sharing an informational video. Both are graduates of Leadership SPAR. One currently serves as SPAR's Metro YPN committee, while the other one serves on both the board of realtors and the co-chair of YPN. These 2 gals are receiving the Rising Star Award as members who demonstrate excellence and are on the rise to the real estate industry. Please join us in congratulating 2020 Rising Star Award recipients, Danielle Pelton and Jennifer Livingston. It has been so fun watching you guys take over the world. Congratulations, you guys. Next up, Amy Geisinger will present the 2020 Good Neighbor Award.
Thank you, Brianne. Once a year, we recognize a member who stands out for their efforts in giving back to the local community organizations and providing outstanding services by presenting them with the SPAR Good Neighbor Award, formerly known as the Better Communities Award. Each of the 8 members nominated this year has gone above and beyond their involvement in various community groups and projects. Born in Thailand, this recipient of the 2020 SPAR Good Neighbor Award, Better Communities Award, is inspired to bring communities together. Both a nurse and a realtor, she returned to nursing school in 2018 for her master's degree while congruently beginning to plan, organize, and set up the Twin Cities chapter of the Hmong Nurses Association. She encourages, empowers nurses to become more educated, share Western medicine, and seek opportunities involved in the U.S. This recipient enjoys helping her community discover the housing they desire, and in doing so, builds healthier communities. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 SPAR Good Neighbor Award recipient, Mai Khor Tao. Mai Khor, it is my pleasure to present you with a $1,000 check to your charity of your choice, which is the Twin Cities chapter of the Hmong Nurses Association. Congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite Tony Maurer to present the 2020 William Cashel James Staton Distinguished Service Award.
Well, thank you, Amy. As Amy mentioned, our next award is the William Scholl James Stanton Distinguished Service Award. It was established to honor a Realtor member who has provided outstanding contributions and service to the real estate industry and to their local community. With a steadfast commitment to SPAR and its Realtors Charitable Foundation, this individual is ever present. In her tenure, she oversaw the scholarship program for SPAR children and grandchildren, and also had the privilege of presenting up to $50,000 in grants to multiple area businesses for their roles in bettering the communities they serve. Her work has helped shine a light on the great work done regularly by our Realtor community and those in our industry. In the coming year, this individual will serve on SPAR's Committee for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, as well as on the Board of Directors and the Leading Edge Advisory Board for the National Association of Realtors. I am pleased to congratulate, so deserving, Amy Peterson as the Distinguished Service Award recipient for 2020. Congratulations, Amy. Patty Jo will now present the final award of the evening.
Thank you, Tony. The Realtor of the Year Award honors an individual who has made significant contributions to the association, the real estate profession, and the community. Always approachable and invested, this individual has worn many hats over the years, serving on numerous committees and SPAR's Board of Directors. With a unique history of having served as the Government Affairs Director as part of the SPAR staff prior to becoming a Realtor, his involvement in the association has only grown, most recently as the 2020 SPAR President. He has shown leadership during an unprecedented year in almost every way imaginable. In addition to being part of SPAR's Communication and Government Affairs Committees in 2021. He will also be representing Minnesota as part of the Public Policy Coordinating Committee for the National Association this coming year. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased and honored to announce the 2020 St. Paul Area Association of Realtor of the Year Award recipient, Patrick Rubel.
Thank you, Patty Jo.
Thank you.
Well deserved, Patrick. Congratulations, Patrick, and thank you to all the award winners this afternoon, a pool of many amazing candidates. Thank you all for coming.